So last week's video, we left off talking about the two new projects that I'm working on right now. One being the truck topper that we're gonna turn into a camper setup so that we can camp right out of the back of the Tacoma when we go kayak fishing. The other one was the trailer modifications that I have to do to the kayak trailer. I've got to put that mesh floor in so that we can get on and off the kayak, you know, when I get to the ramp so I don't bust my butt in front of a bunch of people. I've got that stuff on order to finish that trailer build. It's coming, I don't have it yet. But today I did receive the BedRug. I went ahead and ordered the BedRug system and I put some tracks on the top. I'll show you guys in a minute so that when that Prinsu rack gets here, we can just bolt it straight onto the top of the roof. But today's video is mainly gonna be us unboxing the new BedRug system, getting it installed in the back of the truck and then seeing how well it looks. All right guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name's TJ, welcome to Kayak USA. So if you're just getting here and you didn't see last week's video, I'll link it right here, you can go check it out. But we mainly just talked about the modifications that I'm having to do to the DIY kayak trailer that I just built. We've got to add a mesh floor, we got to add the poles so that we can see it and all that good stuff. That'll be coming up in a future video. Today, like I just said, we're gonna be adding the BedRug, which came in the mail today, and this thing is surprisingly really light. I hope everything's in it, but the BedRug came here today, and let me show you the tracks I just installed. So I just installed these tracks on the roof of the topper, and I was actually missing a couple of pieces of hardware that I have to go back. So these go in different than the last ones I've done. If you're interested on learning how to install a set of these tracks, I actually done this in a previous video a few years back. I'll link the card here if I remember, but I installed a set of these tracks kind of like this. These are the Thule. The ones in that video were the, I think, Rhino track system, but in that video, they were a little bit different. Those actually had nuts and bolts. So these go down, as you can tell, by these bolts. And see, I'm missing, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm missing 4 of them right here in the middle, and the holes are already drilled. I was kind of upset. I ordered these, I think, off Amazon, and it was missing some hardware, but they're sending it out now so I can finish the install. But these actually get installed by like riv nuts. So they have, you got to drill some pretty big holes, and I've got a little footage I'll overlay here of the holes that I had to drill. And I put 10 holes on this side, 10 holes on that side, and it about killed me because I hated drilling holes in the top of this thing. But you drill the big holes and you put in these flare nuts and you use this tool to flare it out. And then these little Allen head bolts, they're stainless steel, they just tighten right down into it. That way you don't have to put a nut on the bottom of them. Now the video that I'd done years ago on the Rhino racks, they actually had a big nut that you twisted on the bottom of them from the inside of the cap, which to me seems a little bit more secure. But doing it this way, if you can see in here, they barely poke through, and I'll have to get some light. Well, I actually got a light right here, kinda. So you can see they barely poke through right here. And when I do the upholstery in here, it should hide them really well. But as you can see, if you can, I've got 4 extra holes right there, and it rained yesterday, so water got in here. But I've got that installed. If you're interested, like I said, you can check out my older video on how I done it. Today, we're gonna set up and unbox this bad boy. This is it's supposed to fit, I believe it said it is the 05 to newer Tacoma. Yeah, so it's the 2005 and up for the 5-foot bed. So everything is supposed to be in this box that we need to install it. It's supposed to cover the side walls, the back wall, the floor, of course, and it's even supposed to have a cutout so that I don't have to hide my little storage box and my 110 outlet in the side. So we'll find out today. I do think I'm gonna have to modify it because, you know, I've got my Billy Bar little tailgate cover right here that I want to keep, and I think the BedRug actually extends out to here, so I don't know if we'll have to cut it. I hate cutting it because it's brand new, but I don't know, we'll have to see. Let's get it unboxed and laid out and see what it looks like. So what I've seen from online, you usually have to set these BedRugs out and let them kind of, they say set them out in the sun or whatever, so I might have to set it out for a little while to get it to lose its rolled up shape that it comes in. But I've had one of these before, but I got it secondhand for my Duramax that we did the install video for that track system. And when I bought that cap secondhand, it actually came with the BedRug. I think there's something else in here. I believe that is it. Yep. Throw that over there. This is the Velcro strip, so it's gonna come with like all the Velcro strips. There's a This is the rougher side, I believe, and the softer side is actually on the back side of the bed rug. And there's even instructions in here on how to do it. So now we just got to roll it out. I hope this is the whole system because that's what I ordered. I believe it is. Yeah, there's the side panels. And it just zips together. And this is a pretty thick pad. And as you can see, it's already got the grooves. I don't know if you can tell or not in the video. It's got the thick grooves that are gonna lay right down into the grooves of the truck. But this thing is rolled up pretty good. I'm gonna set it to the side. Get these stickers off of it. I'm gonna set it to the side out here in the sun and let it kind of unroll itself a little bit. Dang, it does have the tailgate cover that we might have to cut off. I hate doing that, but we might have to do it. I don't know, we'll see. Let me set it out here in the sun. I am happy to see that those little side cutouts, they're not cut out yet. So they're actually designed, you can tell by the back of it. Can y'all see that? You can see the square holes that you can actually cut out for your little side boxes that we've got in the truck, which was, I'm glad to see that I have to cut them out myself because some of these Tacomas come with two boxes. They'll have a storage box on the driver's side and then the 110 outlet on the passenger side. My truck only came with the 110 outlet side, so this side still is just smooth. It doesn't have a box, which means I don't have I thought I was gonna have a hole on both sides, and then I was just gonna have an open spot over here where I was supposed to have a box. So now I don't have to worry about it. It's gonna be covered up with carpet. It's even got the logo right there. I believe this goes up by the cab. And I'm gonna set this out in the sun with the other so it'll lose that little form from shipping. And while I'm waiting on it to kind of stretch out, I'll clean the bed out really good. So that wasn't that bad. It just zips together along the bottoms all the way around, just one continuous zipper, and it's really thick on the floor. That's gonna be so much better than those ribs. Getting in and out of that truck just now, just to clean it out, about killed my knees. And it looks like the walls are gonna be tall enough to go all the way up to hide up under the track system down the side. So now I kind of want to lay it in first because there's some Velcro strips on the bottom in between the tracks that I got to figure out exactly which tracks they're in so I can clean the floor up with some alcohol and get the other side of that Velcro stuck to the floor. So let's do that now. All right, that took a little bit longer than I expected, but I did take my time and kind of go through and tuck it in the corners and use the Velcro. This kit does come with some very good Velcro strips. It's the really heavy duty stuff. It's got some really heavy duty 3M sticky stuff on the back. So just clean the surface really well if you're doing this and you plan on doing it. If you are interested in getting this, I found it on Amazon. If you have a Toyota Tacoma, it's a good price. The one I found on Amazon, this one, actually was I think 50 or 60 bucks cheaper than everywhere else on the internet that I found. So I'll link this one in the video description as an Amazon link. You can click it and go straight to it. They've got them for other trucks and stuff on Amazon as well. If you just get on there and search your truck, I'm sure you'll find it. But I'll show you really quick how this turned out. As you've seen me do, I did cut the stitching. I didn't have to cut the actual fabric on the carpet for the tailgate cover. I actually just cut it off. I'll show you guys. Let me turn the camera. So all I did was cut the stitching, so I'll be able to put this up, and in the future, if I ever want to add it back, I highly doubt I will, but if I ever want to add it, I could literally just sew it right back on. It's got a good clean line right here. You can see where it was kind of sewed on here, and I'll just be able to sew it on if I need to. I was able to cut the holes for my bed lights, cut the hole out from my AC hookup. Everything went in good. I actually remounted, let's see if I can zoom in. I remounted my tow hooks in the sidewall. So I just found the holes where they screwed in, poked a little hole, you know, in the carpet and just screwed them right back in. So that worked out really good. You see it tucks up really well up under the track system. So I still have full access to my track system, to my AC power, to my little box here, and I was able to cut the holes for my lights. And it's a pretty clean install, really thick pad on the bottom. It's actually really thick. It goes in between the grooves, so you no longer feel any kind of groove on your knees at all. So it's gonna be really comfortable. Now, we just have to set this bad boy up for camping. And remember, this is a 5-foot bed, so it's gonna be tough to camp out of. But I think next video, I'm gonna try to find, we're gonna install the print rack on top, but I'm also gonna try to find the upholstery that will match the bed rug and try to go ahead and, I might even have to take the top off to do it, but I'm gonna reupholster the whole inside of this thing. And I'm looking right now to try to find, yeah, I might put them on, I might not, but I would like to have the windows on the side that's got the latches like the rear window, so I can undo a couple of latches and open this side up and reach in through the side of the cap if I wanted to. But right now it's doing really good. These windows do slide open, as you can see, because it got really hot back there while I was in there. My shoes were off and it was getting kind of funky, so I had to open up both windows on the sides. All right, so now we have an awesome platform to build out our truck camping setup. I've got the Printsu rack on its way right now. I also ordered their quick attach mounts for the awning. So we're gonna mount our big CVT awning down the side of the rack. We'll have a cool setup to go kayak camping out at Guntersville. Hopefully this week, everything will be here for the DIY kayak trailer that we're building. We'll be able to do that floor, do the light poles on the sides of the trailer. Maybe use those whips. I'm still looking into if they're waterproof enough. We'll use those same whips that we put on the camping cart, the old golf cart we built. And yeah, we're gonna reach out to Flated. If they don't make a 5-foot cot for this truck, we're just gonna build one. We'll carpet it to match the floor, something we can take in and out, maybe a drawer system. We're gonna add power to the back of this thing, AC unit. It's a small camping setup, but I wanna make it, you know, I want it to be comfortable while we're out on the lake. If I go spend 2 or 3 days out there doing a tournament, fishing, just hanging out, if I'm by myself, I wanna be comfortable while I'm sleeping back here at night. So that's my plan. We're gonna rig this thing up to make it kind of a glamper off the back of my Tacoma. So if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. I upload every Thursday at 2 o'clock. Go to my homepage, check out some videos. I got a ton of stuff from kayak related builds to trailer builds to camper builds, all kind of really cool stuff. Go check it out. I'm sure you'll find something there you like. And I will catch you guys next Thursday at 2 o'clock. Peace.